Welcome to our channel. Here, we don't just learn information, we train the mind. This lesson is designed to help you understand how your brain really works so you can focus better, remember more, and learn with confidence. Listen carefully, stay relaxed, and let your mind absorb what truly matters. Have you ever opened a book, studied for hours, and later realized you remember almost nothing? You listened carefully, you tried hard, and still the information slipped away. So let me ask you something important. Is your memory really weak, or were you simply never taught how to use it? Today, we're going to answer that question, not with complicated science, but with a story, simple ideas, and habits you can actually use. The common struggle. Let me tell you about someone named Alex. Alex often says, "I forget names. I study, but nothing stays. I listen, but it disappears." Alex believes something is wrong with his brain. But here's the truth. Alex's brain is not broken. It's powerful. The problem is not memory. The problem is how memory is used. No one ever taught Alex how memory really works. And if you feel the same way, you're not alone. Why? Forgetting is normal. Most people think forgetting is failure. It's not. Forgetting is a natural brain function. Your brain receives thousands of signals every day. Words, images, sounds, thoughts. If it tried to keep everything, it would overload. So the brain asks one simple question. Is this important? If something feels boring, confusing, or useless, the brain lets it go. That's why you forget what you studied yesterday. But remember a movie scene from years ago. It's not weakness, it's filtering. The real reasons we forget. There are a few hidden reasons memory fails, not because we're incapable, but because we use the brain the wrong way. First, lack of attention. Memory starts with focus. If attention is weak, memory never even begins. Second, trying to memorize without understanding. The brain hates empty repetition. It loves meaning. Third, stress and pressure. A stressed brain enters survival mode. Learning shuts down. Fourth, no revision over time. The brain forgets naturally unless reminded. And finally, poor sleep and no use. If you don't sleep well or apply what you learn, the brain deletes it. None of this means your memory is bad. It means it was never trained properly. The foundation of memory. Before memory, there is attention. Think of attention like a door. If the door is closed, memory can't enter. When you study while scrolling, listen while thinking about replies, read while feeling bored, the brain never records the information, and multitasking, it destroys memory. The brain can only focus on one thing at a time. Split attention creates weak memory. Strong memory requires single focus. One task, one moment. How to increase attention naturally. The brain pays attention to what feels valuable. That's why it remembers stories, conversations, and emotions, but forgets boring notes. So instead of saying, "I must study this," ask, "Why does this matter? How can I use this? Where does this connect to my life?" Curiosity wakes the brain. An awake brain remembers. Also, short focus sessions work better than long tired ones. 25 minutes of deep focus beats 3 hours of distraction. Your posture matters too. Sit upright. Breathe deeply. Remove distractions before they steal your memory. Focus is not talent, it's a skill, and it improves with practice. Understanding creates long-term memory. Many people think memory means repeating again and again. That's not true. Memorization fades. Understanding stays. When you understand why something works, how it connects, what it relates to, the brain builds meaning, and meaning is sticky. That's why we remember real experiences, not random facts. The brain remembers connections, not isolated information. So always ask, why? How? What does this link to? Questions turn the brain on. Explain to remember. One of the strongest memory habits is simple. Explain what you learned in your own words. If you can explain it simply, you understand it. If you can't, you only memorized it. Teach it aloud. Write it simply. Explain it to an imaginary student. Teaching exposes gaps. Fixing gaps builds memory. Simple memory techniques that work. Now let's talk about techniques, real ones, not tricks. First, visualization. The brain remembers images better than words. Create pictures in your mind. Second, association. Connect new information to something familiar. Third, stories. Turn information into a small story. Stories give memory flow. Fourth, chunking. Break big information into small groups. Fifth, recall, not rereading. Close the book. Ask yourself questions. Struggle a little. Struggle strengthens memory. Learning must be active, not passive. Revision that makes memory permanent. Learning once is not enough. The brain forgets over time, and that's normal. What matters is how you revise. Spaced repetition works better than same-day repetition. Review after one day, then a few days later, then again. Active revision beats passive reading. Test yourself. Explain aloud. Write from memory. Short revision sessions are better than long ones. And sleep after learning. Sleep locks memory in. Sleep is not laziness. Sleep is memory power. Daily habits that strengthen memory. Memory isn't built in one day. It's built daily. Start your day calmly. Protect your focus. Recall what you learned yesterday. Teach what you learn. Move your body. Sleep well. Reduce stress. And most importantly, use what you learn. The brain remembers what it uses. Consistency beats talent. Always. Before we end this lesson, remember this one powerful truth. You do not have a weak memory. You were never taught how to use your brain the right way. Memory is not luck. It is not talent. And it is not magic. Memory is a skill. When you focus with intention, understand instead of memorizing, revise at the right time, and practice a little every day, your memory grows naturally and reliably. Do not rush the process. Do not put pressure on yourself. Small, consistent habits create powerful memory over time. Trust your brain, train it patiently, and give it the respect it deserves. If this lesson helped you, like the video so others can learn this skill. Share it with someone who struggles to remember, and subscribe to the channel for more graded learning lessons. Remember this. When you learn the right way, forgetting becomes rare. Keep learning, keep practicing, and trust your brain. Thanks for watching, and until next time.